Oh man. Okay. Oh shit, my chat closed. Very cool. Alright, sorry for that. Sorry for that 16-minute intro. That was ludicrous. It should have never happened. I'm sorry. Take it all back. Okay. Oh man. Yeah, and also, sorry about that stream from last night. Holy shit, that was bad. Fucking, what, 2.5 hours of Doom Eternal? The shit, like, tanked my entire computer after that. And then I basically just did, like, half an hour of bitching, and then I had to cut the stream. So, my apologies. But you know what? These things happen. When you do enough streams, you stop worrying about the bad ones, you know? Pretty standard fare. That's a little bit better. I just wanted to make sure the, just wanted to make sure it wasn't too far off there. That's good. But yeah, I'm probably not going to play Doom again. I did really enjoy the game, but the problem is it crashed a lot. I did a little bit more testing off stream and it kept crashing. So, and it always said something about NVENC, which is the encoder I use to stream with. So if it's going to fuck up my encoder, then I won't be able to stream the game. And that's whatever. Whatever. Not much I can do. Except take the fat L. That's all I can do, dude. Just take a fat L. Yeah, I swear, man. It's like, what I really like, especially lately, I really like where we're at in terms of horror games. Like, I like the fact that Resident Evil 4 Remake is coming out. I feel like that's going to be a guaranteed slam dunk. That's going to be a good game. I don't know when Silent Hill 2 Remake is coming out or when we're going to hear more about it, and that kind of makes me nervous. You know, I hope it's not like a year and a half out still. It seems like they've been working on it for a while, so it shouldn't be that far out. But I do wish, of all the things that Konami announced for Silent Hill, I really wish they would have announced some sort of port to Steam or some sort of GOG port of 1 and 2 and 3 even. Just give us 1, 2, and 3 on like GOG, or give it to us on Steam or something. That way we have a better version than fucking, you know, the pirated versions you can find out there on like My Abandonware. I'm not, listen, let me be clear. I'm not recommending you go to myabandonware.com and download them. I'm just saying they haven't given us much of any options, you know, unless you want to pay out the ass for a copy on eBay, you're not really going to have the opportunity to do that. So yeah. And that's shitty. However, like I said, I do feel like overall we're in a good place in terms of, you know, we're in a good place in terms of horror games coming out. And I'm excited to see what how these things shake out. I'm excited to see how they turn out. I hope, my only hope is that Silent Hill 2 remake is not shit, because if it's shit, then that's just going to be yet another sad death for Silent Hill. It's just going to go away and nobody will talk about it for another, I don't know, for the foreseeable future, we'll say. Nobody will talk about it again. I'm saying I hope it's not shit, but I'm not. Listen, I've been disappointed by Silent Hill games way too many times. So if it's shit, will I be surprised? Absolutely not. I have a feeling there's going to be some very obnoxious cutscenes. I think there's going to be some very obnoxious, overacted, over-dramatized cutscenes, but you know, I think that Bloober understands that if this project doesn't work out for them, that's kind of going to be it. Like, that's it. They're not going to get another chance to work on Silent Hill. They're not going to get really any other chances with their own horror games either. So, if there was ever a time for them to get their shit together, it is right the fuck now. Like, they have got to get it together on this project. They cannot fuck around and make another mediocre Blair Witch style game or The Medium or any of that shit. They've got to get it together now. And people think, yeah, so somebody mentioned this last time I was talking about Bloober. They're like, why do you hate Bloober so much? I don't hate Bloober. I want them to make good games. They just haven't done it. I've played, listen, I sat my fat ass in this chair and I played through 3 entire Bloober games on this stream. I didn't like any of them, and I give everything the benefit of the doubt on a first play. I didn't like any of them. I would give them all a solid, middle, absolute 5 out of 10. That's all I would give them. Especially Blair Witch. Holy shit, that was a 5 out of 10. If I've ever played a 5 out of 10, it was that game. Tater. They used to say on pre-social media internet that you were sipping on haterade. Do people still say that? I think I'm too old to even say. I'm not even allowed to say that. I'm too old. Yeah, no, I'm too old, dude. I'm thinking about really old internet terminology now. I need to chill out. But that's the thing, you know, it is fucked up how Bloober has somehow managed to I'll say one thing, they're consistent, you know, as a studio. People are always like, man, what is it with these game companies? It seems like they either hit a home run grand slam or they come out with some mediocre shit. It's like, well, at least Bloober, they're consistent as fuck. They are consistently mediocre. And you know what? That's something. I gotta give them that. I have to give them that. That's impressive. Layers of Fear, you know, I forget when the term was coined, walking simulator, but Layers of Fear is definitely a walking simulator. Layers of Fear 2, same deal. You know what? Let's peruse Steam and I can tell you all their games that I've played. Bloober Team Horror Collection. Perfect. Beautiful. It's exactly what I needed. Layers of Fear 1 and 2. Blair Witch. Observer. Oh my god, Observer. The Medium. Overall reviews for The Medium are very positive. I just don't know, dude. I don't understand where people are getting these. Like, the performance was dog shit. There was no combat to speak of, which horror games don't need combat. Let's be real. They don't need combat. The performance was awful. I had an RTX 2070 Super, and my frames went to fucking shit whenever, like, the split screen gameplay started. My frames went in the shitter. And I had a good PC. It's slightly better now because I have a 3070, but before, even on a 2070 Super, it should not have been doing what it was doing. No way in hell. Hey, what's up, bros? Yeah, so here's this. So we've got this Bloober horror collection here. The opening cutscene was flawless. By the way, it's actually insane that they recommend a 3060 Ti for this game. Like, that just tells me that it's not optimized correctly. At least I don't think it is. Vegan pizza is the shit. Like, why are they recommending a 3060 Ti? What the fuck? A 6800? God damn, dude. This game's like 3 years old. What the fuck? Oh, never mind. It's 2 years old. 2-year-old game recommends a 2080 at a minimum. God damn, dude. That's high. Fucking Village doesn't even recommend that. What does Village recommend? No way does it require a 2080. A 2070. You gotta be shitting me, dude.
Hey now. Think positively, all right?
Okay, for some reason that scared me. Hey now. Shut the fuck up, Ethan. I don't remember asking you anything. But yeah, this recommends a 2070. And a 5700. No, this only... What? Yeah, no. Village only recommends a 1070. What the fuck? Yeah. To support ray tracing, you need something better, but it only recommends a 1070. So that tells me that the medium is very poorly optimized, you know? That's all it really says to me. Oh yeah, of course, they'd love that. We recommend that you only play our video game with 2 RTX 4090s. 4K, 360 hertz. And if you can't have that, don't play the game. In fact, don't even buy it. Ugh. Any frame drops, yeah. That's what also kills me. Sorry. We won't be doing a lot of that. What kills me is when I have performance issues or anybody on PC does. Here's what's fucked up. You go to look up what's going on with your game and you find the most basic generic troubleshooting steps. Restart your PC. Check your drivers. Oh. Well, I didn't think of that. Wow. 4 months of performance issues for me was a fucking BIOS update. I have not updated my BIOS since I bought this board. This is a Z490E by Asus. So that actually could be the problem. But I'm not overclocking or anything. My CPU is not even overclocked, dude. That's all. So I don't know. Fuck. My default BIOS version was 1 behind what Gigabyte labeled as a crucial update. Oh no. I've had look, I am somebody who I don't like to switch brands a lot with stuff. I mean, you guys know with how long I've been using these, with how long I've been using these. years at this point, okay? With how long I've been wearing these. Focus, you bitch. And these. Sony's and the mic and all this other bullshit. You know that I don't like to change things too often. My first PC that I built completely on my own was 2009. It was 2009 or 10 or so. And it had like an i7-950, I think it was in it. It was not a quad core. There's no way it was a quad core. Yeah, it was an i7-950, which was a 3.06 gigahertz CPU. I don't remember the specs. 45 nanometer processor. Oh, it was a quad core. Yeah, it was a quad core with 8 threads. Holy shit. Well, yeah, that was the first PC that I straight up built myself. i7-950. I forget the board, but I know it was Asus. And I think 2009, I probably had a like 9800 GT or something like that. It was not a great graphics card. But I went Intel, Asus motherboard, NVIDIA GPU. I have never ever strayed from that. My next PC was one of my favorite CPUs. I loved that GPU, man. That thing was fucking awesome. The 9800 GT got me through a lot of fucking Counter-Strike, I'll tell you that. Holy shit. That bitch had me at like 100 FPS, and of course back then on the 60 hertz monitors. Dude, my favorite monitor I ever had was this big-ass Sony CRT. Oh my god, dude. I had this Sony CRT monitor that was a hand-me-down from my dad, but it fucked. It was so good for Counter-Strike. It was great. Because it went up to like 100 hertz. God, it was so great, man. And then one day I went to turn it on. I hear this crazy fucking sound. It's just a warbling sound. It's the best way to describe it. And then the picture is there for a second. And then it gets darker and darker. And then it gets to the middle of the screen like you're turning it off. And then it just disappeared. Never powered on again. I was so sad, dude. And I remember my dad being like, oh, we can get you an HD monitor now. So they got me an HD monitor. That was 60 hertz. And I could tell the difference. I remember telling him like, oh, this doesn't feel as smooth. And my dad was like, oh, but it looks so much better. Nah, man, I'll take the smoothness. And I still am a big proponent of CRTs. I love CRTs. For the games and the content that were designed to run on CRTs, they're untouchable, dude. Like, hook up a PS2 to like a 24-inch or smaller CRT. That shit still looks great. I think it looks phenomenal. I still have a 14-inch Toshiba CRT that I have a fat PS2 plugged into in the living room specifically for that purpose. Playing PS2 games, playing PS1 games. It's a great TV. But yeah, I took a little bit of a break. Basically, before I built this PC, what happened was I got into console gaming a lot. I mean, a lot. I was really, really, really into like Halo 3 and Call of Duty 4, and all my friends were on Xbox. And so I got super into console gaming, like endless hours. And then I remember I was at school one day and we were at the lunch table and one kid was talking about Crysis. He's like, oh, dude. And he was like the one kid in the group that had a ballin' ass gaming PC. He's like, oh, dude, Crysis is coming out. And they can't even put Crysis on the consoles. Like, Crysis is too, like, it just is so demanding. Like, it wouldn't even run on the consoles. And we were all just like, bullshit, man. Like, that's not true. And so I get home and I go to IGN. I start looking up videos of like developers showing you stuff in Crysis. And I was like, oh my God, dude, I gotta play it. I know, dude. Now you can run that shit on anything. They did eventually release it on 360 and PS3, by the way. Maybe not PS3, but I know they released Crysis 1 on 360, but it was like a modified version of the engine that didn't have so many destructibles and something like that. Oh yeah, dude, it was the benchmark for everything for a long ass time. So my dad, every year when tax time would roll around, my dad would upgrade his PC. And me and my brother would basically get really good hand-me-down parts, like good shit. It wasn't like bad stuff. And that year, he got, I think that was when he got his 8800, which is a legendary, fucking legendary GPU. 8800 GT was like the greatest card ever when it came out, dude. That is still a legendary card. So many people still talk about it. And when it came time for him to upgrade his PC again, I got his 8800, and then eventually I got a 9800. But yeah, dude, those were the good days, I swear. Like, back then, the majority of what I played was just Counter-Strike and TF2. And it was glorious. You didn't need any other games back then. I didn't need anything complicated, dude. I just needed a PC that could run Counter-Strike Source and Team Fortress 2, and I was happy as a fucking clam. I miss those days. Because, you know, there was no DLC really to speak of. It was all community run. It was all community game modes, community map mods, servers, weapon mods, and it was just a beautiful thing, you know? It was just the community thriving and keeping those games alive. And there's something poetic about that. And the difference, the dichotomy between that and what we have now with all this DLC, all these season passes, and all this monetization. You know, I just imagine somebody at Valve taking a look at what was going on with their games way back then and just like rubbing their hands together like, ooh, how can we monetize this? Ooh, as if they even needed to. They were already rich as fuck. Just because Steam had already become like the premier e-commerce, you know, site for games, or app for games, I guess I should say. Launcher, whatever you want to call it. Oh my god, dude. Remember Sims 2 especially. Sims 2 is probably right up there in one of my favorite games of all time. Because Sims 2 had so many great expansions that were like worthwhile. Like they had the expansion where your teenage Sims could go to college. They had the expansion where, yeah, like you were saying, like just insane amounts of like furniture packs, item packs, resource packs. They even had DLC packs of just like textures, like a fucking, it wasn't the main thing, but there was like build mode would give you all these new like materials you could build with and all these like tools that you could use to shape the ground and shit. Like if you had a Sims 2 installed with every single DLC and every update, like that game would still be more than playable today with how much content they ended up adding to it before Sims 3 came out. Easy. And my favorite hidden feature of PC Sims 2 is you could actually just go into the game files, and you could remove the default music that they had for the radio station. So if you put a stereo in your Sims house, you could remove the music files and you could actually add your own. So I had all my own music. Like I ripped a bunch of CDs back then. I had Silent Hill music that my Sims were listening to. I had fucking Judas Priest. I had fucking all kinds of shit, dude. Yeah, dude. And also another thing is you could actually replace the videos that they had on the TV, the default videos that your Sims would watch if they chose a TV channel. You could replace those as well. So I would replace those with like episodes of Dragon Ball Z and shit. You know, you could do all kinds of awesome stuff on the PC version, man. What a great game that was. It's mad to think they asked those artists to come in and recover their own songs in nonsense language. Yeah, like Paramore with Pressure and Kajagoogoo with Too Shy. Yeah, dude, that was awesome. The Simlish version. But, you know, that's when Sims was actually making, like, serious money. And Will Wright or Maxis was making serious money. And then Spore happened. Spore was basically... Oh, dude, people don't know about this. Spore was literally No Man's Sky before No Man's Sky. Spore was a game that was touted as letting you go wherever you wanted to go and do whatever you wanted to do. And you could literally start a creature from the primordial fucking soup, literally, and then it would go from being a cell to being a fish creature, and then it would slowly grow legs and walk on land, and then it would be a predator, and evolution would happen, and then the very end game was space travel. It was literally No Man's Sky before No Man's Sky, and it failed about as spectacularly as No Man's Sky did in the beginning. The only problem is Spore never got fixed, but No Man's Sky did. What is Will Wright even working on these days? Will Wright, game designer. What's he up to these days? He left EA in 2009 to run Stupid Fun Club Camp, an entertainment think tank in which Wright and EA are principal shareholders. What? What the fuck? What does that mean? An entertainment think tank? Sounds like he sold out. I'm just gonna say it. But, you know, his story is very interesting. I remember watching an interview with him in like the late 2000s. Before Spore came out, there was this interview with him on IGN. In-house Shark Tank for EA, best money grubbing ideas, pretty much. And he was talking about how SimCity had done well. And whenever he pitched the idea of The Sims to some people at EA, they basically looked at him and they were like, what? Like, they said something about, like, you want to make an interactive dollhouse? Like, is this guy crazy? But, you know, as most of these stories go, there was that one executive at EA that was like, this could actually work. Let's give this guy a shot. It might be crazy, but let's see what happens. And then there you go. The Sims franchise ended up being $1 billion franchise, literally. And that was a long time ago. Like in 2006, The Sims had become $1 billion franchise. God, the first Sims game. Oh my God, you guys. The first Sims game had these beautiful, beautiful piano tracks for the build mode. Oh my God, dude. Wave of nostalgia when I hear this shit. This came out in the year 2000. So basically you'd enter build mode and you would start, like, there was two modes. There was buy mode and build mode. Buy mode, obviously you would buy their furniture and shit. A build mode would allow you to structure their house. And build mode took a long time usually. So they would have these really long, intricate, just gorgeous piano pieces playing. And you would just, you know, you'd just be building away. God, it was so great, man. I loved it. And I don't even remember. Someone said the build mode music was written by Jerry Martin alongside Mark Russo and John R. Burr. Yeah, they're just like people that were working for Will, I guess, or working for Maxis, which was his company. Like, this is so beautiful. It sounds like Studio Ghibli shit. This sounds like some Lord of the Rings shit. You know, and it's just build mode for a Sims game. That's all it is. But it's so beautiful. And I'm not the only one that feels that way, man. These comments, well, these are fucking tearjerker comments, I tell you, man. If you ever feel like just getting a good cry in, read some of these comments. I'm telling you. I'm not even gonna do it right now, but trust me. You feel like it, you got some time, read these comments. It'll blow your mind in the best way possible. I think they're on 4. I think 4 is the most recent. Yeah, they released Sims 4. I think the base version of it several years ago. Yeah, 2014, and they're still releasing DLCs for it, from my understanding. But yeah, they have apparently confirmed that The Sims 5 is real and that they're working on it under the codename Project Renee. Oh yeah, I'm sure it will be. You know, Mag always wanted me to play Sims 4. Hey, what's up, Burn? Mark Mothersbaugh did a lot of the music for Sims 2. So by the time Sims 2 rolled around, they had a lot of money. He's from Devo, if you didn't know. He also did a lot of music for Nickelodeon. He did the Rugrats theme. Just had Alfredo Rigatoni. That sounds good as fuck, dude. But yeah, Mark Mothersbaugh did a lot of the music for Sims 2, so they had a lot of budget, and they were able to get him, and I think he does great work. Yes, dude, the Sims 2 theme. Fuck yes. He's like Mark Mothersbaugh is like Nile Rodgers. You know, Nile Rodgers is just always working on some cool shit. Nile Rodgers did the Halo soundtracks. He did the fucking Random Access Memories with Daft Punk. He's done so much great work in his early career in the 70s and 80s. Like, Nile Rodgers is almost guaranteed to have been involved with some cool shit that you've heard in your life, just like Mark Mothersbaugh. It's really cool how they pivoted perfectly from the music industry to other avenues, and they're just doing great work in all areas, you know, just knocking it out of the park everywhere. Sounds like stock footage music, but that's exactly the intended feel. Oh, for sure, yeah. Oh yeah, they did a Lily Allen song in Simlish. They did Pressure by Paramore in Simlish. Katy Perry, Hot and Cold, was in Apartment Life. My Chemical Romance was in it. Yeah, Simlish covers, dude. It's so fucking weird. Hey, welcome back, Rose. Lake Haven. No, I did get it. I did buy it, but I did not play it yet. There's one song. Very few songs actually hit me with that kind of nostalgia. The build music definitely does, but not in like an emotional way, just in like, wow, what a great game, and you know, just so many awesome memories. I guess you could call that nostalgia, but not in like an emotionally nostalgia way, you know. But it's just one of those things. It's like I just acknowledge that was just such a great time in my life where I didn't have any responsibilities really, and you know, my family all still lived together, and it was just like, you know, just Get home from school, kill some time on the computer playing some Sims. My mom was into the Sims. My dad played the Sims. We all played it, dude. We all had our own families and shit. What a great game. Heating pads are amazing. Very true. Very true. I fucking love those. But I'll tell you. I would make households of friends and just get them into random shenanigans and jobs. I know, dude. And you know, at the time it might have felt like you didn't have any semblance of, like there was just so much fragmentation. But I bet you look back fondly on those days now, don't you? The one song that gives me so much nostalgia, it's unbelievable, is this right here. Because this game was literally my introduction to PC games. Unreal Tournament 99. This song right here. I remember when I had the Sims, I would forget to put a ladder in it and they all died for the pools, yeah. Or they would get in the pool and then you could just delete the ladder. That's the shit I used to do. So there was this level called Facing Worlds, where at the top of the red and the blue tower, there was a sniper. So I would always make my way to the top and grab the sniper, and I would join people's matches and just go off with it. But yeah, the Earth would actually spin in the background, and this asteroid would move. I just remember listening to this for endless hours, this song, and loving it. Yeah, come back to a fire or a burglar showed up to steal your shit. Yeah, I use Firefox. I've always used it. I got it from my dad, really. But yeah, fucking awesome. And what a fucking amazing game that was. Holy shit. Cliffy B, listen, Cliff Blazinski, the guy's fucked up a lot, but I will say one thing. Cliffy B was a big part of Unreal Tournament 99, and I will always respect him for that, because that has got to be one of the best first-person shooters ever. No contest. In my opinion, it's like Doom is right up there, the original Doom, because it kind of innovated and created the genre. That's right up there at number 1. Wolfenstein, I'm not really a fan, but it did innovate. But Unreal Tournament 99 is my number 2 FPS ever. Counter-Strike Source is my 3rd. Fuck the, 1.6 is great. Oh, wasn't it called like Radical Heights or something? They didn't even end up releasing that. Yeah, Radical Heights. They didn't even end up releasing it, but I think they gave people closed beta access or something. Yeah, like some streamers have pre-alpha footage, but that's it. I remember the beta access. Yeah, it was like not even in alpha. It was pre-alpha shit. The other one, because we literally played this game so much that our cartridge stopped fucking working, is this. We played this cartridge so fucking much that our cartridge stopped working, period, and it never worked again. Yeah, that's it, dude. That's it. Turtles and fucking time, baby. Easily the best, and honestly, I think it's better than the arcade. I got a chance to play the arcade version, the real ass arcade version, And I still think the Super Nintendo version turned out to be better. I like the music. I like the remix tracks. I like the gameplay of it. They're just better, I think. Hey, what's up, Malum? How you doing, man? Yes, it is a fucking excellent game. Like I said, I've played the arcade, and I've heard people say, oh, it's not arcade perfect. I don't care. I think this turned out better. And this is Konami's doing. Remember when they made good shit? R.I.P. I was always Donatello. Just because I thought he looked the coolest with the staff and shit. Oh, dude, like, you could literally go forever. This was one, the first time I heard it, it made me feel nostalgia, and I'd never even fucking been here before. Also, now looking at this, it's so obvious that Akira Toriyama was the art director for this game. I mean, this literally is just Bulma. Like, she is just Bulma. Jesus, man. Oh, and fucking dude. Dude, it gets no better than this shit. The fucking first stage of this. The first stage of this. I remember when I saw this. This was the first Mode 7 game that I ever saw, which Mode 7, if you don't know, is dude, Chrono Trigger is easily, I would say Chrono Trigger is top 5 JRPGs and probably always will be. But I saw my dad playing this when I was like tiny. I was like 3 or 4, maybe 4. And I saw this. Basically, Mode 7 was the one mode that they had. They had this thing called the Super FX chip, where certain games could do these panning 2D backgrounds that made things look like a 3D effect. F-Zero was the first that used it, but Star Fox and Yoshi's Island also used it. But when I saw this scene of them like flying out and the fucking music, it blew my mind, dude. I'd never seen a game that looked like this before. Because all I thought about was 2D, like side scrollers. Yeah, Super Castlevania 4 had fucking awesome graphics too. This shit right here. This is a 16-bit console, by the way. Yeah, this fucking music right here, dude. Yes, dude. Now, as great as Star Fox 64 is, this was the one that blew my mind first. And Star Fox 64 was just everything that this was, even better. Which, by the way, I don't know if you guys know this, but there's a Japanese voice. Basically, there was a Japanese version of Star Fox 64, fully voice acted. Star Fox didn't take off in Japan. It wasn't very popular over there. It was actually way more popular in the US. But the Japanese VAs, like the voice actors for Japanese Star Fox 64, they went ham, dude. When you listen, it's like they're actually in a fucking life or death battle. It's fucking nuts. Which that's par for the course. Like in America, the voice acting ended up being kind of cheesy, like Saturday morning cartoonish. Dude, fucking not in Japan. This shit is crazy. There was a video of a guy getting all the medals. Yeah, 100% route, all medals. It is, dude. This shit would have traumatized me as a kid.
Are you gonna listen?
Oh, no, this is US. Yeah, all medals. Okay. I think it's here. Yeah, dude, the fucking end of this stage is nuts. Listen to this boss. I mean, the combination of the music. But when you actually take this guy out. Like, that's fucking scary, dude. He sounds like he's actually dying. My God. Holy shit. We murdered a man. And it sounded convincing. Jesus Christ, man. That would have actually scared the shit out of me as a kid. They did not fuck around. Everybody's saying that in the comments too. The Sector Y boss death scream was chilling. Holy shit. Reminds me of the Ultra series show. Yeah. Yeah, so Peppy doesn't say that place is an oven, you know, like he says in the US version. He says that place is a burning hell. God damn. And Pigma tells Fox that his dad is waiting in hell for him. Fucking crazy, man. They're just space animals shooting lasers at each other saying this fucked up shit. I'm telling you, dude, I'd love to play this someday. I used to have a Wii that had this version on it, but sadly I don't have one anymore. But Wii's are still very easily obtainable, so. Oh yeah, definitely. It was, dude. I heard James or Cinemassacre AVGN. I heard him call. He said this is so accurate. Miyamoto, he called Miyamoto as like the Stan Lee of the gaming industry. It's so true, because like Miyamoto came up with so many different ideas that all ended up being hits. Mario, Donkey Kong, Yoshi, F-Zero, fucking Star Fox. I mean, Pikmin. He has so many different ideas. And all of them were just big successes in their own franchises. So it's just crazy how many ideas one guy has come up with. Yeah, he said that whenever him and Mike were playing F-Zero on the James and Mike Mondays. He said that years ago. Yeah, the English dub is good because it's cheesy and lighthearted in a charming way. You'd be fine with your kids playing it. Not here. They actually sound like they're in a life or death situation in the middle of an intense intergalactic war. You can hear the fear and desperation in the voices of the bosses before they die. It's awesome, but very scary. That's so true. That's a very true comment, dude. I trusted in an alternate universe. James had retired AVGN and settled down. Dude, he wants to so bad. I hate saying it, but like, dude, he needs to stop. It's so obvious he's sick to death of that character and just over it, but he has to keep doing it because that's his job. And because every time he puts out an AVGN episode, it's literally like a stimulus package for his channel. Like, it just boom, straight to 1 million views. No questions asked. That is going to hit 1 million in a very short period of time. Yeah, exactly. But that's the thing. Like, a lot of people don't even realize, like, James is literally just an employee now. And I hate saying that, but it's true. Somewhere just based on when Screenwave started to come into the equation, we can assume that he sold the channel somewhere around the neighborhood of 2015, around when he was working on the movie. Because, you know, he had 2 daughters. He has 2 daughters. And he just didn't want to have to spend his whole life editing. You know, he didn't want them to know their dad as a guy who just sat in the basement editing all the time. And I can respect that. I really can. You know, I think he made the right decision, but it definitely did hurt, you know, some of the down to earth nature of the channel. Like, it definitely gained some of the, I don't know what you would call it, the artificial touch that some of the bigger YouTube channels have. What was the movie called? You mean his movie? Kick-Assia? Oh, that was Nostalgia Critic's movie. Yeah. Yeah, he was in that as well. Yeah. Fucking Joe Vargas. Angry Joe was in that. But yeah, we can assume somewhere around the neighborhood of 2015, he sold his channel to Screenwave. And it's funny because almost immediately after that, they got rid of Mike Matei. Because he was too much of a brand risk. If you guys don't know, Mike Matei says a lot of edgy shit on, or he used to say a lot of edgy shit on the channel. But holy shit, some of the stuff he said not on the channel is crazy. Like, he had this comic strip called The Loco Bandito, which was just filled with racist bullshit. Like, straight up just dropping the N-word with the hard R several times. And there's even a whole subreddit where every person that joins, they call them a bandito because of that. Yeah, they dropped Mike immediately after Screenwave acquired the channel. They're like, you're out, buddy. Advertisers are going to fuck off if you're still working here. So he probably still makes money because he did legitimately help with a lot of the production costs. And he did do like the title cards, and he is good at doing those types of things. But that dude was a brand risk and a half. That's why he got axed very quickly. He was unhinged. You ever hear the story about how they met? It's kind of funny too. Like, James was at a party at Mike's apartment in college, or his dorm maybe, I forget which one. James made sure that AVGN never made any jokes about sex, but Mike would once in a while sneak in some edgy shit. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, basically James went to a party that Mike was also at. I believe it was either at his apartment or at his dorm, and he threw up. James threw up in one of his hats. So James leaves, and I think he forgot like his clothes or something. Like, he forgot a hoodie or a sweater. So he comes back the next morning to apologize for puking into one of Mike's hats and to get his sweater back. And when he came in, he was like, oh shit, like you have Transformers figures. And he realized that they were basically like into the same type of shit. And then they just started talking about like Nintendo games and all kinds of other stuff. It's pretty funny how they met. But that's the thing, is I don't like the Screenwave guys. I know they do great work. You know, if James's channel is representative of how they work, they do awesome work. So I'm not knocking those guys. I just don't like them on camera. I think they're excellent at what they do behind the camera. On camera, I don't like them. Try to get some protective gear for skating. We only got a helmet because we couldn't find any pads that fit me. A helmet is a great start. I definitely would not recommend learning without a helmet. I'm not one of those guys that's like, oh, fuck the helmet, that's for pussies. No way. You know, if anybody makes fun of you for wearing a helmet, they're the pussy. Be safe. Do not get a concussion. Now, do I lead by example? No. I never wear one. Yes, I remember that, where he had, oh god, I know his name. I can see his face. Lloyd Kaufman? Yeah, he actually had him on that episode. Yeah. I thought the Home Alone collaboration was crazy. I never expected to see Macaulay Culkin on fucking AVGN's couch in his basement, dude. Like, what the fuck? And honestly, my favorite videos that James does these days are his VHS nostalgia stuff, where he's just like sitting in amongst all of his VHS collection talking about movies. Those are my favorite ones. Yeah, Red Letter Media. Bright pink with a brain pattern on it. Hell yeah. I've seen those with the Mohawks. The sex joke came from Lloyd himself, and it felt like James let it in because he couldn't argue against one of his idols. Yeah, he definitely seemed uncomfortable during that, though. You guys remember the biggest controversy that he's ever been involved in was the plagiarism stuff? I actually laughed so hard because the video's been removed, but basically it was a 28 days later review for one of his Monster Madnesses. I forget the year. It was like 2017 or 2018. And literally straight up, the first paragraph was just stolen from a movie review from the UK around that time. And they did write everything. They reshot it, rewrote it. They fired the person who plagiarized. Like, everything was made right. But it was so funny because he made an apology video and he just said, long story short, someone fucked up. No shit. No shit. That was so fucking funny to me at the time. Long story short, somebody fucked up. It's still funny to me when I think about it, dude. Let's see, where is it? Oh, here it is. Here it is.
Monster Madness is back. The website's back. We're very excited and hope you enjoy it this whole month. But there's a bit of a rocky start. The first episode had a problem with the script. One of our writers had somehow added a portion that was taken from a pre-existing article. That's unacceptable, and all of us here apologize for letting that sneak in. We're very sorry and want to tell you how that happened. The short story is somebody fucked up.
No shit.
Somebody knew, but I think you deserve a little bit of a longer story too. So if you want to stick around for a bit, here you go.
Oh god, dude, that just hit me. Like, that was just one of those things that fucking just destroyed me when I first heard it. Oh yeah, it is. Like, I couldn't even get into that because we'd legit be sitting here for 12 hours talking about that shit. And don't even get me started on Nostalgia Critics The Wall. Even speaking those words. Even speaking those words just makes me want to fucking rage. A lot of adult sizes are too big. Yeah. Yeah, because most times they really make the pads and the protective gear for people that are like in their late teens or early 20s. The fucking Wall review. Now, I will say, he had the best example. Doug Walker, or Nostalgia Critic, he had the best example of avoiding controversy with that. by pretending there was none. He never once acknowledged any of the criticism, never made a statement about it, never did a fucking thing. He just moved right the fuck on and hoped to lay low long enough that people would stop talking about it. I don't think they ever did. But I can respect that he never ever acknowledged it. Yeah, that's what it was. It was a shitty Pink Floyd album cover that for whatever reason Corey Taylor from Slipknot and Stone Sour decided to be on this shit.
So Brock.
It's so, I can't even look at it, dude. It's so bad. It's so shit. Not to mention that he tried to make money off that ripoff album he did. Yeah, for sure. By putting it on iTunes. Yeah, The Wall is shit. It's immature. They're pointing out a lot of things that are obvious, but this is a love letter. Sure. Okay. The love letter meme literally never died. It is an amazing album. So is Dark Side of the Moon. I actually just loaded up these headphones. I plugged these up to a dedicated headphone amp and DAC the other day. I put on Dark Side of the Moon and I just got taken somewhere, man. Especially Us and Them. That is such a hypnotic song. It really is. You know, ever since I got into nicer headphones or just, you know, equipment to drive them and studio grade shit, and these aren't even that expensive, but ever since I got into nicer stuff, like my taste in music has shifted from more metal, deathcore, that type of shit to just well-recorded music. If your music is well-recorded, I'm gonna love it because I can appreciate all the nuance in the recording process, you know? I always have an existential crisis. Same with Dark Side of the Moon, dude. When I hear time and the lyrics about every year getting shorter, you know? In the first verse, he's talking about you're young and life is long and there's time to kill today. And then you get to the end of the song and he's talking about your youth being lost and every year is getting shorter and you're, you know, one day closer to death. It's such a reversal just between 3 different verses. I wonder how he feels playing that song now. How David Gilmour feels. You know, as old as he is and playing that song, I bet it really makes him feel some weird shit. Understandably. But, you know, I kind of feel that way when I listen to Wish You Were Here as well. Yeah. My dad introduced me to Pink Floyd. We used to do... every now and then on the weekends, we would drive to a city that was nearby, my hometown as a kid. And we always would listen to tapes because my mom had this Mercure that my dad saved up a really long time to help her get. And it had a tape player, which was like a revolutionary thing at the time. And he had every Pink Floyd tape. The Wall came on like 3 tapes, if I remember right. And each one had its own side. Cassette deck. I know, like Corey Taylor made such an ass of himself in that video, dude. he made himself look like a clown, which I know he was just fucking around, but holy shit, singing the SpongeBob theme? What is wrong with you, dude? Can't even take you seriously after that shit. Yeah, Pink Floyd is, I mean, it's not a stretch to say they're easily one of the most influential and just, you know, genre-bending bands that's ever existed. The fact that you can load up 50-year-old albums and they still hold up and are significant and culturally relevant just speaks a lot to, you know, how intelligent they were, how ahead of the curve they were, a lot of things. You know, you could attribute a lot of things to that, but at the end of the day, they were just extremely intelligent guys. They definitely weren't just thinking in the moment. You could tell, like, every day with that band was probably spent thinking about shit that was 20 or 30 years in the future. Yeah, there was an entire factory. I'm not making this up. There was an entire factory in Europe that was created just to make vinyl records of Dark Side of the Moon and also CDs. That's how popular that album was. Like, an entire factory was created just to manufacture and press CDs and records. Yeah, exactly, Rose. That's a great way to put it. Everything aged so well, and you know, and I think that's proven now, because if you go on YouTube and you look at people reacting to the songs, like, people are fucking moved to tears listening to Time, you know, and it's youthful people that are like, you know, I usually listen to rap or I'm into pop music, and they're sitting here listening to Pink Floyd and they're getting emotional about it. It's like, and that's the beauty of it, because if you think about it, Pink Floyd was inspired by blues and that type of culture. And so now the youth is listening to these guys that were inspired by blues. It's like coming full circle. It's so beautiful in that way. You know what I mean? Yeah, Great Gig in the Sky. I think that's really cool to see. And there's some of the most wholesome comments too, you know, like people that enjoyed their music in the 70s, people that are much older, and everybody of all ages can enjoy it. I think that's, I just think that's a staple of good music, you know? That's what Jack White describes as folk music, you know? It's not just, oh, you could tell that this was a hit from a couple years ago or whatever else. It's like, this is still culturally relevant. All generations should listen to it, and they do, and they enjoy it immensely. That's huge. It is. Yeah, it is. It definitely is its own entity. No question about it. Oh yeah, like I was born when their heyday of their career was just over, but when I heard their music, I didn't feel that way. I felt like I was listening to shit that could have come out the year that I heard it, which was like the late 90s. It doesn't feel like a product of the 70s. Early 70s, you know. That's what I feel like when I listen to some of the early Alan Parsons Project music too, like Eye in the Sky or Don't Answer Me. When I hear songs like that, or you know, like I said, these days I mainly for a long time was like a metal deathcore type person, but when I listen to just well recorded music, it just, dude, I just love it. So when I like to go back and listen to Alan Parsons, dude, I'm a big fan of 70s and 80s music, always have been. He is goated. Didn't he help the Beatles record a lot of their music, or Pink Floyd? One of the two. He was like one of their main recording engineers. Pink Floyd, yeah. I also like I Wouldn't Want to Be Like You. And no, I did not just hear that from GTA 5. Classic rock station on there. I heard that first on the album. As a 2000s kid, I was so fucking surprised that a lot of Pink Floyd's music was from the 70s. Yep, 100%. I was too. I didn't think it was that old. I thought it was like new music that had just come out. Brian Eno. Oh yeah, Brian Eno is a fucking, just a magician. That's like Brendan O'Brien in the 90s. Brendan O'Brien mixed a lot of the Stone Temple Pilots, Alice in Chains albums. I think he mixed Dirt by Alice in Chains, which is another one of my favorite albums ever. There was a remaster that came out on Tidal here recently, and it sounds so fucking great, man. So fucking great. But I'm pretty sure Brendan O'Brien mixed that, and he also mixed Purple by Stone Temple Pilots. Great fucking album. You know, there's a saying of like, you know, and again, this was a product of me being younger and really wanting to be on the wave of what was popular. And so that's where I kind of became really into metal and deathcore and all these things like Chelsea Grin and all this shit. I still love those bands. But there's a saying that whoever enjoys the most music wins, you know, in the sense of like nobody cuts themselves off from any particular genre because they don't think it's cool or hip or whatever the fuck else. And I don't do that. My shit is very, you guys have seen it. I mean, I've shown my title before. It's got everything. I've got Lil Xan, you know, it's like Lil Xan, Interpol, Neutral Milk Hotel, Stereophonics, Foster the People, and Placebo. That's a row of albums for me. It could not go across more genres. The fucking Cranberries, dude. Nas, Linkin Park, Jackson Brown, NXS, The Weeknd. Like it just, every decade, every genre, it's all there. I don't think anybody should limit themselves based on what someone tells you is and is not cool. Listen to whatever the fuck you want to listen to. Like, your enjoyment is far more important than trying to fit in with a crowd. Your connection to music is more important. Oh yeah, Trent Reznor was hugely influential. The amount of people that still don't know that he wrote Hurt is very funny. People still think that that's like a Johnny Cash original when Trent Reznor wrote the whole fucking thing. I guarantee if you sit down 50 people, you ask them who wrote that song, 45 out of the 50 people would say Johnny Cash wrote that. Yeah, they think Gary Jules? They think he wrote that, but he didn't. "2022 wrap-up had Linkin Park." Yeah, dude. Fucking Hybrid Theory and Meteora. I still rock those albums all the time, but I also like their '07 album a lot. Minutes to Midnight. I mean, I can show you guys my title right here. These are my albums. But these are just things that I've favorited. So there's a lot more to this. License to Ill, fucking great album. System of a Down's debut, in my opinion, better than Toxicity. You know, people can roast me for that, but that's how I feel. You know, I was just talking about Purple and Dirt. This remaster is fucking awesome. Also, they have animated artwork now. Check that out. I mean, some of them are cringe, but some of them are really cool. Follow the Leader had some Ages material, yeah. There's a song on there with Fred Durst, yeah. Lyrics are oof, very true, very true. But still, very influential album. XXX Tentacion, Playboy Cardi, Interpol. This is that row I was talking about. Interpol, Stereophonics, Big Thief, fucking Linkin Park, Nas, fucking Bon Jovi. You see what I mean? Like, just cover all genres and all decades, dude. Brand New Eyes, hell yeah, man. Giles Corey, fucking amazing album. Illmatic is fucking goated for sure. I think every one of these songs is probably in my top 50 most played, easy. These two albums. You ever want something that's not just rock. If you've ever wanted something that like will just take you on a goddamn experience, the likes of which you've probably never been on before with music, check out these two albums, The Glowing Man and To Be Kind by Swans. They will blow your fucking mind. No question about it. Oh yeah. This is one of my favorite. Deftones are my favorite 90s rock band, easy. Fucking legendary album, Around the Fur. Also White Pony, which I've got here. 20th anniversary version has some really good remixes on it. Favorite Slipknot album, no questions asked. Just rips from start to finish. This album just rips. Boards of Canada, underrated and unknown. Boards of Canada will also blow your mind. Geo Gaddy by Boards of Canada, one of my favorite albums of all time. These three albums, just nuts, all three of them. Hardly any filler to speak of, if any. Supertramp, another great 70s band. Roger Hodgson, legendary. The fucking Friday Night Funkin' OST. Hell yeah, boys, let's go. Loathe, very heavily inspired by Deftones, this band. A lot of Dance Gavin Dance. I fucking love them, always have. There's Dark Side. The Wall's in here somewhere, I just didn't see it. There's Lil Xan. Acid Bath, Playboy Cardi. We got Tears for Fears, Playboy Cardi, Acid Bath. On one row. Fleetwood Mac, Flyleaf, Zed, and Senses Fail on one row. Insane Clown Posse, Queens of the Stone Age, and Daft Punk in one row. Like, dude, these are so... This right here. This album scares me, actually, to this day. This fucking scares me. It is a very disturbing album from start to finish. You put this shit on, you let it play, this will actually like trigger your fight or flight if you're really into it. I also recommend listening to this in a dark room with no other distractions. Just let it play and it'll fucking take you somewhere. One of my favorite albums, probably of all time. Not to be, you know, over exaggeratory about it, but. And then we get into another set of some of my favorite bands ever. Moss Icon, Orchid, the 90s hardcore Orchid, not that Black Sabbath bullshit ripoff. Orchid. Yeah, Geo Gaddy is an experience. It is just, it's so abstract and it's just, it's like fucking if Picasso's work was in musical form, you know? Got some If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. Amine, System of a Down, Drake, Poets of the Fall. Yeah. The Pixies, next to XXXTentacion. You know. Jerome's Dream. I've said many times, one of my favorite bands ever. The vocalist was known for screaming without a mic until his throat would bleed at shows in the late 90s and early 2000s. The definition of a hardcore band. Okay, Computer, yes. This remix is pretty good, but I love the original mix. This album is like one of those things, like, it's amazing this album even fucking exists. You know, it's like, how is it so perfect? You listen from start to finish, there's not a single bad track on it. Every one of them is so different and just composed in a way that's kind of mind-blowing. It's just amazing. Like, this was their artistic peak for sure, but it's not as if Kid A is bad. Kid A is amazing. And so is Amnesiac. They're just amazing in different ways. Yeah. Yeah, Kid A, I agree with you. I think Kid A is a much more laid back listen. OK Computer stresses me out in certain areas. Oh, and Rainbows is so great, dude. Radiohead Live in the Basement, or Live at the Basement, is God, it's so great, man. You know, it's just one of those legendary live performances that everybody knows about for all the right reasons. Here's another, not to be stereotypical, but this is an album I really love, Devil and God from Brand New. Where are the Tool albums? Oh, I have individual tracks by Tool, just not whole albums. But yeah, fucking amazing. And honestly, I thought their new album, or their newest album, was great as well. Somebody mentioned Title Fight the last time that I showed this. Rage Against the Machine. You? Yeah, Title Fight. Fucking awesome, dude. And the sad part is I got into them right when they were ending. Like right when they were pretty much went on indefinite hiatus. Danny Carey is the modern day Neil Peart. Very true. Yeah, he's carrying the torch of the very progressive, extremely technically capable drummers. You know, Mike Mangini is up there. I would say Mike Portnoy as well. But Danny Carey is he is a robot. That's the word I was looking for. But yeah, I could talk music all day, man. Yeah, I mean, music is just, for me, it's like, it's just like fucking, you know, I don't usually have downtime. If I'm ever not streaming, there is music playing. That's just kind of been my entire life. Ever since I was super, super young. Like, my dad was ripping CDs when that was first possible in the late 90s on your personal computer. He was ripping CDs, and I remember it being a big deal when he installed a 10 gigabyte hard drive in my computer to store a bunch of music on. You know? Yeah, dude, Hybrid Theory is fucking great. There's a few other animated artworks on here. Like, one that I really like is 36 Chambers. 36 Chambers has a really cool animated artwork. Check that out. That's really fucking cool. Big nerds, big music nerds here. Hell yeah, man. And kind of similar to what I was talking about with Pink Floyd. I feel like Wu-Tang Clan is kind of like, you know, they're all so talented that they've had successful solo projects as well. And I feel like that speaks just to the level of originality and just talent overall. Like, what they brought to the table and what they're all able to do and what they've achieved individually is unbelievable. And everybody knows them too. It's not like, oh, I was in Wu-Tang Clan and you don't know who it is. Everybody fucking knows them, man. You know Method Man, you know Ghostface, you know Old Dirty Bastard, you know Raekwon, you know Inspector Deck, you know everybody. Not just RZA. You know them all. Yeah, man. And that Cream sample, oh my god. I remember hearing in my life so many times people just referencing Cash Rules Everything Around Me and never knowing what it came from. The first time I heard Cream, I was like, all the stereotypes and bullshit that I had heard about rap just went out the door. I was like, I'm not listening to what anybody tells me about rap anymore. It's all a lie. That shattered everything. As soon as I heard that sample, as soon as I heard that song, I was like, I'm getting into hip hop now. I don't give a fuck what anybody tells me. And that was kind of the start for me of like not, you know, shoehorning myself into one genre because I wanted to look a certain way or because I wanted to be in a certain crowd. Fuck that, man. Just dabble in as many genres as possible. Always check out new stuff because you never know. Like, you could stumble on some shit someday. This becomes your favorite band, your favorite album, hits you a certain way, sticks with you. You never know when you're going to run into that. So don't shoehorn yourself. Yeah, man. 90s hip hop is untouchable. Everybody, you know, Mobb Deep, fucking Tribe Called Quest, Nas. Exactly. You got good music, that's my music taste. Or well recorded music, like I said. And I've started, you know, I don't want to say in my old age. We're talking about music, Panda. I don't want to say in my old age, but I've started to become less cynical. I really have. I used to be, you know, like whenever big popular Netflix shows were going on, like I remember, what was that Bird Game or whatever the fuck it was called? the blindfold thing that Sandra Bullock was in. I forget what the fuck it was called, dude. Bird Box or something like that. Whenever that was happening, I was like, oh, I don't watch like the big, huge, popular shows or whatever else. You guys want to know a secret? That new Wednesday show? It's really good. I like it. Younger me would say that it's cringe because it's popular, but I really like it. But no, we just been talking about music in general, Panda, and I was talking about, like, I was showing my favorited albums on Tidal, and I was saying, you know, that I kind of learned a few years back to, like, not limit myself on what genre I listen to just because I want to fit in with a certain crowd. Like, just listen to everything, man. Dabble in every genre, even a genre you don't think you're gonna fuck with, because you may end up loving it. I never thought I would like The Police, because I always thought The Police was like a dad rock band or something, and then I started listening to them and I fucking love them. You know? You never know, man. Yeah, like, dude, fucking old Hank Williams music, that shit is great. It's just him and his fucking guitar strumming away, dude. That shit is great. When my mentality is like, if that sound wave hits my ear and I like it, fuck it. I don't care what genre it falls under. I'm gonna listen to it. Fuck the haters, you know? Good country reco. Alabama 3. I kind of listen to like hybrid stuff because like the Allman Brothers are a little bit country. Reminds me now he called the 80s and 90s ancient. Like he just went, whoa, those were ancient times. Yeah, it's like it's long. It was a long time ago, but at the same time, a lot of the stuff from those are still culturally relevant. Sierra Farrell. I like, dude, I like pop country. I'm not gonna lie. I fucked with that lady. They call themselves Lady A now, but I fucked with that Lady Antebellum album that came out a long time ago. I'll add it. Yeah, I'll add her album to my favorites. Yeah, that's how I feel too. Like I'm not a big country person, but if I listen to some shit and it sounds good, it's getting added, dude. I'm not a fan of like the beer drinking, pandering country, you know, like the Garth Brooks type shit, but I do like some. The seatbelts. Oh yeah. Actually, you know, my first introduction to just exploring a lot of different genres that I'd never heard before is actually Jet Set Radio Future on the original Xbox. Because that had a really not... You would expect like original songs, or you would think about that you just killed an entire group of people without knowing it. Yeah, you would expect like they would all pick like these, you know, J-pop songs, but there's so many unique genres on it, and it just spans so many different things. That really opened my eyes to like, you know, the diversity of different genres and different things like that. Understand the concept of love, we all know that. And you know, humming the bass line as well, but you know, songs like Aisle 10, the original Trigun, yep. Unfortunately, I can't play any Trigun music because that got my shit blocked in Japan. But yeah. Yeah, humming the bass line, dude. God, this game was so fucking great, man. So do I, Panda. So do I. Fuck yes, when the bass line actually hits though. I tell you, man, I could legit talk music. I'm telling you, like I was saying earlier, in my life, if I'm working, there's music playing. If I'm not working and I'm not streaming, there's music playing. I can very rarely think of a time where I'm not either out and about doing something else where I don't have music playing. It just always is on. Reminds me of Gorillas. Yeah, this was a futuristic rollerblading game about like anti-establishment groups. Like you're basically in an anti-establishment like rebel group of kids that are graffitiing all over the streets of Tokyo. And just had such a great soundtrack. This one's called Statement of Intent. I played Aisle 10 at one point. I don't know. I think the company that actually owned the rights to this song doesn't even exist anymore, so I could probably play it. But yeah, this was one that I really loved.
Emotion. I wanna hold your hand. I haven't been the same man since I saw you coming in. Let's have a toast to the girl in aisle 10. We need some help in Hello, Allison. I wanna hold your hand. I haven't been the same man since I saw you coming in. Let's have a toast to the girl in aisle 10.
Just a great game, dude. Like it was just amazing. Now the sad part is they've never brought it to modern consoles. They did bring the original Jet Grind Radio, which was the Dreamcast game, the first one. They brought this, or they released it on Xbox Live Arcade, but they never did that for Future, and a lot of people assume that it is because of the music, and they're probably right. Because although this song is not copyrighted, there are a lot of songs in it that are. Like the Chibo Mato song, Birthday Cake, that's got John Lennon's son in it. You know that he's not, he would probably have to, sign off on that or agree to it. If you didn't know that, the band that made Birthday Cake, Chibo Mato, had John Lennon's son in it. I think Sean was in it. Welcome back, Panda. Yeah, dude, Jet Set Radio Future definitely still holds up to this day. What a great fucking game. There's actually footage of them playing that live. There's footage of them playing that live on a Comedy Central sketch show.
Let's sit back and enjoy
You can't really tell that it's him, but that is Sean Lennon's son. Or John Lennon's son. There you can pretty much tell that it is. Obviously, I cannot play the song because this entire VOD would get nuked. '90s and early 2000s was the real remix era for sure. Yeah. That's where I'm thankful to be as old as I am. I'm okay to be 28 these days, I don't worry about wishing that I was younger or any of that bullshit, dude, because just the time that I got to live through in my childhood and early teen years and shit they were good times. I wouldn't trade them for another time period. I'm happy with them. Oh, Beastie Boys? Yeah. Dude, License to Ill is such a great fucking album. I was driving just this morning and they played No Sleep Till Brooklyn. I was like, oh my god, dude. Fucking, this song fucks so hard still. No Sleep Till Brooklyn, Fight for Your Right. Rhymin' and Stealin'. Such a great album. Yeah, man. But yeah, I don't even know. I've shown some of my favorite live videos before, like of Orchid and Jerome Stream playing. I wouldn't say I wish I was older so I could have seen those bands live, but I will say that the people who got to see them live on a regular basis are very lucky. Because they were crazy. But it's funny, you know, every time we end up talking about some stuff like this, I find out that you guys are very similarly minded to me, which is awesome. You know? Chemical Bros got ruined by people in TV cutting sports montages? Yeah, 100%. I wonder how Drowning Pool feels about the fact that Bodies was in every fucking Xbox 720 video. Or Animal I Have Become. Yeah. I think, dude, I talked about this the other day. 009 sound system. You guys remember? You guys remember loading up a YouTube video that you knew had original music or it had Drowning Pool or some shit, and then you heard this? Oh my god, dude. Now this is nostalgia bomb right here. Trance. Yeah, man. Oh yeah, I definitely, Rose. I grew up with, like, my dad was always listening to 80s stuff. Like, he was listening to the band Squeeze. He was listening to fucking Supertramp and Alan Parsons and Billy Joel. Who's another? Rod Stewart. Michael Bolton. He especially had a lot of Barry Manilow. I remember Barry Manilow playing constantly. When I hear that as Windows Movie Maker fade-ins and fade-outs of Hello Guys. I remember unregistered Hypercam too. That's what I remember. It would always have that fucking either Bandicam or unregistered Hypercam 2 in the corner. Random RuneScape tutorial vids. Yeah, dude. They would always bust out the notepad and try to tell you how to do something. Sister was obsessed with Barry Manilow. Is that this? Probably not. The one that always gets me is the fucking XP boot up sound, dude. I remember hearing this shit so many times in school. Letha was enough for the DMCA takedown? Probably. Oh my god, this is... Dude, I heard that shit so many times in my school computer labs. Holy shit. Type in Roblox chats to talk to their audience. Same shit, different gen. Yep, they just picked it up, man. Yeah, dude. Remember signing in? With this background, this iconic fucking background. Iconic. And then you shut it down, and you get this. Unbelievable. Amazing. So many hours spent on the school computer playing space pinball or going on MS Paint and pretending that I knew how to do artwork. So great. My school was poor and we still had these fuckers. Oh, mine was too. Yeah, my school was definitely on some poverty shit. Burn can tell you because we went to school together. He can tell you all about it. Deciding to get the whole class to download and set up Halo. Yeah, dude. Remember when Halo was like a PC game or people played Halo 1 on PC a lot? We on the last day of school, we had fucking every computer download that shit and everybody was playing on a LAN connection on a local game. What are some game soundtracks that you guys really identified with? For me, obviously, it would be Chrono Trigger, Star Fox on SNES. More recently, Silent Hill 2, 100%, yeah. Shanty C, what's up, Faye? Faye, where have you been, dude? I have not seen your name in a while. What's up, dude? I'm giving you applause just because. Just because I feel like it. Appreciate it, Faye. Yeah, Bridget gave me a fresh cut a couple days ago. You can see it's looking pretty buzzed down on the sides. Remember drawing those terrible drawn dicks because I was an immature little fuck. Driving around just listening to the radio on GTA. Dude, Emotion 98.3 on Vice City opened my mind up to so much music. Oh my god. This group is borderline the SH fanboys. For sure, for sure. Yes, Emotion 98.3 with Fernando Martinez. That Foreigner song, Waiting for a Girl Like You. Oh my god, it's so good, dude. And then Roxy Music, More Than This. God, that... Fuck, I want to play them so bad, but I get DMCA'd so quick if I did that. Metal Gear Solid 3 is also a soundtrack I love. Hell yeah. Shadow of the Colossus, amazing. Spiral. You mean Spyro? The dragon? Or Spiral? I will say recently, Final Fantasy 9. Oh, Final Fantasy 7, dude. Underneath the Rotting Pizza. You could literally just say the entire soundtrack of Final Fantasy 7, but Underneath the Rotting Pizza always stuck with me, dude. Everybody knows it. I'm not playing anything you guys haven't heard a million times. Come on now. Let's not be ridiculous. Spyro. Okay. Yes, those were fucking amazing. I probably have a comment on one of these really old videos about the bombing mission. And everybody knows this one too. I mean, again. Zone of the Enders. Dude, Zone of the Enders, especially the sequel to the first one, because everybody got the first Zone of the Enders to play the MGS2 demo. Zone of the Enders Second Runner has such an underrated soundtrack. It's so fucking great, man. It's so cyberpunk and futuristic and just very Kojima. I love that about it. Shadow of the Colossus. You can't even say enough good shit. What an amazing soundtrack that is. Also Eco, or Ico, however you say it. So more recently, one that really impressed me was Milk Inside a Bag of Milk, Inside a Bag of Milk, and also the sequel Outside a Bag of Milk. If you don't know about those games, they basically are depictions of somebody who is probably in their mid-teens to late teens, and they've been so just like destroyed mentally by trauma that they can barely function. And you're playing through the lens of them trying to do basic functionality like going to a grocery store and buying milk, and it's a struggle of a lifetime. Those games really impacted me, especially the night that I played them, but the soundtracks are so great, man. Like this one. I've thought about these games almost every day since I played them that night. I still think about this shit. Yes, Anxious Heart, definitely. The first one, yeah, dude, immediately this one hit me. These games are not for the faint of heart. And I'm big into indie horror. I've played it all, I've seen it all. These scared me big time. Yeah, this is the one right here. When I tried to sleep the night after I streamed this, I couldn't get this shit out of my head. This exact track right here. I could not get this out of my head, man. The shit had my heart racing when I was trying to go to sleep. Fucked up. But an amazing game, nonetheless. Both of them are. This shit would do damage to my Night Terrace. It fucked me up, dude. One of the endings on the sequel, I was trying to explain it to Bridget, and I could barely get the fucking words out because the shit was bothering me so bad. Do you remember that? Trying to explain. Do you remember when I was trying to explain one of the endings to that milk outside a bag of milk game and I could barely get the shit out because it was bothering me so bad? When I couldn't sleep that night? That fucked me up. Even now, just talking about it, it's like I don't even want to show it because it's so bad. Well, I'm not. I'm just talking about the soundtracks. I'm not playing it. I'd have to play that shit in broad daylight. I'm not playing that at night again. I have no mouth and I must scream. You know, I bought that, but I never played it. I've heard a lot of really great stuff about it, though. Chrono Cross, another Termina. Oh, we got the jaw harp? God damn. They didn't have to do it to me. Yeah, the bagpipes and the jaw harp, dude. What is the, from Final Fantasy X, this one also was the first song I heard from it. And I'm not a big fan of Final Fantasy X. Look, dude, I'll just say it, but I fucking love this song. Side of Spira. Or Spira. Mist soundtrack, yeah. Yeah, the Silent Hill soundtracks after 4 were actually still great, and there's actually a B-side that I don't have. I used to have it. It's called Banshiki in C because the tuning of the song is in C sharp, I believe, or C flat. I don't remember which, but this is off of a B-side of Silent Hill 4, which is basically, it's in Japanese, but it's a fully acted out scenario that's supposed to be a prequel to the events of Silent Hill 4, and this is one of the tracks off that B-side. Also, look at the artwork. It's very disturbing. Hardly anybody knows about these B-side songs. Oh, dude. It's Dance with Nightwind. So me and Burn, I'll tell you guys about this. I had gotten a pair of these Cost Porta Pros. These were my first quote unquote nicer headphones that I ever owned in my life. That weren't just pack-in garbage or like $10 headphones from Walmart. These things right here. And I actually, Cost has a warranty program where if you break a pair of these, you can send them in with $10. You just put $10 in the envelope with the broken pair of headphones. They'll take them and they'll send you a new pair in a plastic bag. Well, I sent one pair in and they sent me two back. I don't know how this happened or why. So I had two pairs of Porta Pros on the bus. I would wear one and I got a headphone splitter so that Burn could listen to Silent Hill music with me. Do you remember that, dude? Where we would both wear these and listen to that shit? And that's where I introduced you to all the Silent Hill music. Yeah, dude. We would sit on the bus and just run through the OSTs, man. It was so great. I have a lot of nostalgia for these. They sound awful now, but I have a lot of nostalgia for these. And it's funny, all these years later, I'm still listening to these songs. All these years later. My Fubar 2K, which is the audio player that I use for actual sound files, the playtime on this is at 78 weeks worth of hours. What is the math on that? How many hours are in a week? Okay, there's 168 hours in a week. So that's 78 weeks. So there's 13,104 hours of this playlist alone, because this is the playlist I use for the stream. Holy shit, man. That is crazy. Yeah, we would listen to I Wrestled a Bear Once, Alisana. That's a lot of fucking time. Holy shit. So you guys want any indication that I have not changed whatsoever since like 15 years ago? There's your indication. I'm still listening to the same songs I was listening to on the bus way back then. So I've changed in some ways, but not at all in others. Yeah, asking Alexandria. We used to listen to a lot of bands like that. Oh yeah, he introduced me to the Agony scene, which I got really into, and then found out that they broke up and got really sad about it. Are you fucking kidding me? I didn't look up a single video about this, and now look, they're listening, dude. They are 100% listening to my mic. We were just talking about people reacting to this song. I did not search for this shit, I promise. And here it is. They're listening to my mic. Oh, I think I know what song you're talking about. Is it Closer? I think it's Closer. Serial Experiments Lane, big fan of that show and that soundtrack. I actually have not heard of that. Fist fuck. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. Actually, Malum, any of the stuff, feel free to put it in the music channel in the Discord. That's what it's for. I put that there so that I could discover stuff from you guys, and you guys could discover stuff from me as well. Or anybody else that posts. Yeah, so we're talking about iconic game soundtracks. Metal Gear Solid 2's got to be included in that, but also 1. So many of the songs in 1, but Yell Dead Cell is one that just always hits. I remember the last time I played it, when I first got to that part, when you first fight Fortune, it's the first time you hear it in the game, dude. That shit hit different. I was like, I missed this song. By the way, this artwork is fucking awesome. I need a poster of this ASAP. I don't even know, dude. There's too many to even count. There are too many to count. Oh, man. And we were talking about the old RuneScape videos and stuff. You guys remember Guns the Duel? We talked about that. Oh, no, I know about Mystic Ruin. Yeah, dude. The chanting. That entire Sonic Adventure game is full of fucking bangers, regardless of what anybody says. But yeah, Guns the Duel. I used to watch clan matches of that shit all the time, and it would have like the Ramones and other music on it. That was the first time I heard Blitzkrieg Bop was on a Guns the Duel video. One of my favorites was what was that thing called? Egg Carrier. Yeah, dude. This shit. Honestly, people don't know about Sonic Unleashed, dude. Sonic Unleashed has insanely good music. The budget for this game was actually crazy. Like this. The budget for Sonic Unleashed was like the highest they've ever had. I guarantee you've heard this somewhere as soon as the violin kicks in here. Yeah, you'll recognize it. It's so good. Yeah, dude, that's what I'm saying, Malum. The soundtrack for 06 was fucking great, if only the game matched it. But the soundtrack was great. Also, I still believe Sonic Unleashed is the best 3D Sonic game they've ever released. That's what I personally believe. The sense of speed in the daytime stages is still unmatched. And again, that came down to the massive budget that they had. This is another one. Oh, dude, yeah. Solaris Phase it fucks so hard, man. It's such a great song. All the daytime stages have great ones. I like how as soon as you type Solaris, it's like, I love when I search for something and everybody else on YouTube already knows. They're like, yep, that's what I'm looking for. Let's go. Like, everybody's heard this, dude. Everybody has heard this. You've heard it on a background somewhere. You've heard somebody play this shit, I guarantee. Yeah, dude. Now, I do have to be careful because I know that this might be Crush 40 music and I might actually get copyrighted, but yes, fucking awesome. You're right about it's like so iconic with 3D Sonic games. So Sonic Unleashed has another one. It's it's the ice stage. I forget what it was actually called. Cool Edge, yes. This is also great. I mean, I'm telling you, dude, this game, you got to play this game. I don't give a fuck what the haters say about it. I don't care what anybody says. This game is fucking awesome. Yeah, man. I'm with you, Akira Kaji. And it's all because of the budget, dude. I played this game called MX Unleashed that had a really cool soundtrack as well. MX Unleashed was an awesome game. Kind of similar to that. It was like a lot of punk rock. There was like Reliant K was in it and a bunch of other stuff. Yeah, this was like the hub world as you're just running around talking to people. I'm telling you, dude, you gotta play this shit. It's all good. All of it. I actually have it on PS3. The frame rate is not so great, but yeah, the Persona soundtracks I gotta be really careful about, but yes, Persona 4 especially. I like 3 a lot as well. Persona 3 Portable, the FemC as they call her, she has some really great songs. But yeah, I want to be close. I'm not gonna lie, dude. There was a time in my life where I was way more of a weeb than I am now, and I really used to walk around my college listening to this song, the school theme from Persona 3. I'm not making this shit up. I used to actually do this. I would love to play these on stream, but I don't know how the copyright or how Atlas is about these. I'd fucking love to play these on stream, man. Yeah, dude. I hear Persona 3 Portable just came out on PC. If that's true, I might actually play that. Because I already have Persona 4 Golden. It is out. It is out on PC. It came out on the 19th, literally 3 days ago. 2 days ago. Yeah, we gotta play it, dude. No question. I already have Persona 4 Golden. And I'm sorry, you guys. I would still play in Japanese. Yeah, they were DMCAing for the end of Persona 5, but I think that was because they didn't want people spoiling the story. I don't know if that applies to 3 or 4. Oh, Malum, the pillows, I can't even begin. I can't even begin to talk about how impactful the pillows music was on me when I first discovered FLCL and really got into it. Unbelievable, dude. That's why you saw I have all those albums on my title for a reason. Yeah, the PS4 wouldn't let you stream it. Yeah, they were very locked down about Persona 5, but I don't think that's so true about 3 and 4, because, like I said, from what I remember, that was mainly about story stuff. Why does it say mostly positive? I swear to God, if there are performance issues. Oh, apparently it's really bad upscaling. Like they used really shitty upscaling for the PC and crusty audio riddled with crackles. Oh, that's not good. Apparently playing Persona 3 FES on PCSX2 with a bunch of mods is way better, but I mean, hey, this is the version that we have, so unfortunately, I don't guess I have a choice. The audio is buggy and all the images look smeared and AI enhanced. That's so shitty, man. The bad audio is a big problem. But, you know, the thing about it is, I am a little bit worried about doing something like that because I don't want people... Well, okay, so I play what I want to play on this stream. I'll say that. Like, dude, one day, I mean, you guys have seen it. Most times I'm playing indie horror. Sometimes I'll be playing Doom, but I still love Metal Gear Solid and I'll play that shit all the time. So, you know, JRPGs, there are few that I still like, and Persona's one of them. Always have. I just don't think... you know, it just depends on what you guys want to see. Because obviously, if you don't want to watch a 100-hour JRPG, I could understand. Bless you, by the way. I never finished 3, so I'd be down to watch. That's a long-ass game. That would take several streams to do, but I'd be down for it because I love this game. I've never finished it either. I've gotten very, very close, but I've never finished it. After I kept dying from death for grinding too long, I gave up. Yeah, it's not an easy game. Because they didn't have direct party control in FES, which was the PS2 version, but they did have it in the portable version. So in the PS2 version, you couldn't even guard. Like, you just had to take hits or wait. Like, it had a lot of problems. But, I mean, Persona 4 Golden's PC port turned out just fine. You know, everybody's singing its praises, so it sucks that portable's so bad. And Digimon World 3 has some goodies too. But yeah. And see, the other thing is, people have expressed, Panda is one of them, that, you know, this stream kind of introduced them to survival horror in a different way, that they were told that survival horror was one thing that was completely wrong. I'd also like to do that with JRPGs. Because I know a lot of people that have these very stereotypical opinions of JRPGs, or they think that it's just, oh, like dating simulators the whole time, or, you know, very, you know, tropes and things like that. Nah, man, there's a lot of value here. There's a lot of great shit. So I'd like to do that as well, but I'm telling you guys, they are long fucking games. Like 3 and 4 each are probably 100+ hour games easy if you're taking your time. One thing that I wish they would bring to modern consoles or modern systems in some way is Hotel Dusk. I talked about Hotel Dusk before. But it's such a great game, man. This was a DS exclusive game. Like they need to bring this out to modern consoles, man. It's just so great, man. The music, everything about it. But yeah, sadly, I think this was like a joint project between Nintendo and a company called Sing, CING, and I don't think they ever re-released it anywhere else, to my knowledge. I think it just has remained DS exclusive forever. Yeah, it just says platform Nintendo DS. January 2007 is when it came out. They never did a damn other thing with it, and that sucks. It did get a sequel, but that was it. Wow, I just got an ad for a Sony Walkman in the year 2023. What the fuck? How much is this thing? Sony Walkman NWZX707. Holy shit, that's a mouthful. It doesn't even say. You can't even buy this shit in the US. We're getting old? What do you mean? We're not getting old, dude. I've said this so many times. You're not old until you can't do the things that make you feel young anymore. When you get to an age that you physically can't do things that make you feel young anymore, that's when you're old. And that is nowhere near where we're at, dude. I gotta get some water. My throat is like a desert. I have only had coffee. Yeah, we'll definitely play something. Let me grab some water and we'll get into something. Let me select a proper song for a quick be right back. White noise. Okay, I am properly hydrated now. Whew. Rockstar Games 70% sale. I bet Red Dead's still like $30. Oh, it's actually 19. That's not bad. GTA 4 complete is $5.99. That's not bad. Max Payne 3 for $5.99. That's a really good deal. LA Noire for $5.99 is also a really good deal. I thought you, for some reason, I thought you peaced out, Faye. But I forget, you're a champion lurker. Oh, by the way, I did sign up to do an exhibition with Untamed Gaming. So I'll be playing against a Ken player named Los Evolution on this coming Tuesday. I'll be playing against a Ken player named Los Evolution in a 1st to 5. So that'll be fun. Yeah, man, that'll be a blast. Yep. Because, you know, that's like the only fighting game I play, so. Got into 5 enough to realize I loved it. I like Ryu in 5, but I just, that game just doesn't appeal to me at all, man. The netcode feels good, though. I will say that. No doubt about that. Feels pretty good. Six has a character create? I think so, yeah. Like, obviously in tournaments, you can only select the Capcom made characters, but in the story mode, yeah, you can make your own character. Because there's going to be like a hub world that you can run around in and like a real world mode. Which seems cool, because I think Street Fighter's needed something like that for a while. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too. Like you have to base your moveset on one of the characters. So it'll be like palette swaps a little bit. And that's fine. I'm just uninstalling a couple of games here that I don't need. Nightmare of Decay. What's up, sick boy? Knife only run, somebody says as soon as I click on it in the community post for it. Imagine Smug being able to play as himself. Is Dudley? Do we even know if Dudley's gonna be in 6 though? I don't know if we know that yet. They need to bring him back though, because Dudley's a fucking awesome character. Not sure if we even have a roster finalized yet. I don't think so, no. Manon? Who is Manon? Yeah, I know Kimberly's new. I've seen gameplay of her. DJ, that's cool. And Honda right from the start instead of like 3 years after the game came out. Man, Honda fans got screwed over so hard by that. Had to wait like 3.5 years for their character to come out. Oh, okay, so they do show. Gotcha. I think my dark mode is messing with this. Oh, it is. The characters definitely, the classic Street Fighter 2 characters definitely look older. Yeah, JP is like Gen. Yeah, the Street Fighter 2 characters definitely look older, man. Except for Chun. She magically doesn't look any older. Student to guy, okay. Man, Jury fans like always get what they want. She is in every fucking game, just like Ibuki. Like I guarantee Ibuki is gonna be in this game. Yeah, Ken looks fucking awesome. He hates pointless meetings. Wow. Blanca just looked like a human for a second. Okay, never mind. 6'4"? Holy shit, Blanca's a beast. Literally. 6'4". He should be 5'9" also, just like Ken, yeah. Hates spiders. I can identify with that. Well, I'd like it to be more, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they did that shit. Fucking Kyle Hebert again. Also, it's kind of odd that a Japanese company shows you only the English voice actors and not the Japanese ones. That's kind of odd to me. Is that just me? Everything just downhill since the shipped with characters on CD, but still DLC. Well, you know, the costumes in Street Fighter 4 were all in the game. You were paying for like a 2 kilobyte, basically key file to unlock the costumes. It was so horseshit, man. It really was. All the costumes were already in the game, though. I'm not, yeah, it's so fucked up, dude. It is so fucked up. Dan. Yeah, like Dan was so late, dude. They didn't put Dan out until the very last year of Street Fighter 5, I think. He's like one of the most recent characters along with Oro. Yeah. So 2020 Deltron said he'd be down for some games. Should I play a couple? Blue ball him and decline. That'd be mean. I'm not that rude. Let's see. I swear to God, dude. I'm only doing this because I have a set. 2020 Deltron. He's one of the best Shoto players these days.
Ultra Street Fighter 4.
Oh, character? Ryu. Yeah, Ryu only. That's a lot of shit I unlocked by playing Swix, like the 90 games. Oh no, I can play some Yun if shit gets rough. Alright, turn display capture off. Okay, sorry. All right, we're here. We're here. He's so insanely good, dude. Yeah. Yeah, he's so fucking good, man. One of the best Shoto players out there these days. This is not going to be easy. Yeah. Nice uppercut. Good trade. Oh, that was insane. Holy shit. Oh my god, that was insane. Okay.
Who will emerge victorious? Fight! How long will this go on? This is the one we've been waiting for. The ultimate battle for supremacy has begun. All bets are on. Anything can happen now. The fear out there is palpable.
Fuck yes. We're in this.
Ryu wins.
Finally learning how to tech.
The craziest and wildest fighters have assembled from around the world to join in the fight. But only one will be declared. Training stage. The stage of battle is set. Let's get started. Fight! The first hit has been recorded. I smell it come. One rush.
Nice. That's so good, dude.
Almost ready to call this one.
Damn, I feel really sharp tonight. Not gonna lie. I feel very sharp.
Will the tide of battle turn? Fight! There's the first hit. This is it. The fight we've all been waiting for. I hope you're ready.
Nice. Good empty jump. He was baiting that shit.
Oh, that's intense.
Yeah. All right. Full meter, but he almost also has full meter as well. How's the cat? Oh, you mean both my cats? They're doing good. Oh, okay. I tried to autocorrect that shit. Yeah. Yeah, Medicine Man is in here pretty frequently, that's true. I'm actually not mad at how I'm playing. I feel like I'm playing alright.
Let's get started. Fight!
Oh, nice.
This is it. The fight we've all been waiting for. It can happen now.
Nice, empty.
Can it work? Is it the end? You're ready.
Yep, that's trade. Yeah. Yeah, you can get both. I should not be trying that. Yeah, you can grab to pretty much at the last second if you have to. Wow, that side switched at the last second. Good block. Excellent block from him right there. All right. Feel good about everything so far. Good. That should have autocorrected. I couldn't back dash out of that. Nice. Good. Man, he's so good at catching my focuses. All right. Have I won? I did win a game. Yeah, that's how I feel about auto-correcting and shit, man. I'm still trying to get that shit to work. What? Nice autocorrect. That was beautiful. Nope. I just basically mashed. He's warming me up for the set with Los Evolution. No, autocorrect as in uppercutting when I jump over him. When I try to do a cross up, he's uppercutting and it automatically switches to the right direction. Like there, he messed up. He got me. I thought he got me. I wouldn't recommend backdashing in that situation no matter what.
The world's fiercest fighters await. Will you be the last warrior standing? Training stage. Your
Yeah, he was just sitting there. Sometimes you gotta, man. You just gotta block that shit and figure out what's going on.
fight is officially underway. This fighter is in the zone.
Fuck.
I'm almost ready to be incredible. I can't believe it.
Yeah, dead. Yeah. Okay. I was going for way too many solar plexuses. He's really good at punishing that. That's an autocorrect that I just did. Yep, you have to. You gotta get a feel of what they're gonna do or the rhythm of how they're pressing buttons. He knew it. He knew it. Nice. That should have been death. I tried to, fuck, I tried to ultra, man. I tried to ultra. Okay. Okay. My whole body violently moved on that one, dude. I was trying so hard. All right. All right. A little bit louder.
The battle has begun. Fight! Hadouken! 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 The scales have tipped.
Yeah. Can't be doing that anymore.
I smell a comeback. Will this gambit work? What a rush!
I definitely took that shit.
What will happen now? Fight! How long will this go on? This bout will determine who is the strongest once and for all.
Wow, how did that? Okay. I got way too greedy right there. Way too greedy. Should we try some Yun? Let's try some Yun. Just to see. I just want to see where it's at.
The world's fiercest fighters await. Will you be the last warrior standing? Training stage. Your destiny will be determined here.
All right.
Let's get started. Fight! How long will this go on?
Nice reaction.
Once and for all. No one could have seen that coming.
Good.
Is it the end? I've never seen a combo that intense.
If I would have just altered right there, I might have actually won that. That was so expensive.
Keep it up.
All right.
Fight!
That was too high. Yep. That's gonna hurt.
This fighter is in the zone. Turn it all around.
Yeah, he knew. He's so good, dude. Fuck. Yeah, this is the thing about strong players. When you play them a few games, they start to adapt so quick to your shit. Let's see.
Bask in the glory and adoration that comes with being declared the world's greatest fighter. Training stage. Fight locale chosen.
All right, let's see what's going on.
Fight! And there's the first hit. What's next? All bets are off. Anything can happen now.
I've got to stop going for that. He fucking reacted to that. He's insane. Yeah, because, you know, a lot of Street Fighter's about adapting to what you see. So long sets are a really good way to find out who actually is the best player. He punished the dash forward. What? That's not gonna work. That did work. I'm dead. Yeah. That's why finals are usually a first to 5. Not in every situation. Usually they're 3 out of 5, but there were a few that did like first to 5s and even first to 7s. Like Southeast Asia Major 2012 did a first to 7 for the finals, which was cool. Let's see. Let's see what the hell I can do here.
Training stage. Your destiny will be determined here. Who will emerge a champion? Fight! Sonic boom! Sonic boom! Sonic boom!
Wow. Nice, that's death. Oh, not quite, but I will be after this. Oh god.
Will the tide of battle turn? Fight! Sonic! Sonic! There's the first hit! What's next? Sonic! Sonic!
Oh, that's so good. Yeah, I gotta just play my main shit. I don't think I can beat him with any other side character. I gotta just play my main shit. Rough, but true. You know what? Fuck it. We're going Honda. Stick to my main Honda. Let's go.
Destination confirmed. Who will emerge a champion?
This costume is fucking awesome though. Oh my god, that was so fast. No, dude. Fuck. Fuck. I actually had a chance if I would have reacted with an ultra to one of his fireballs.
Marches on. This fighter is in the zone. All bets are off. Anything can happen now.
I should not have blown that meter. But we got it. I'm on that Nico shit right now.
This bout will determine who is the strongest once and for all. And there's the first hit. What's next?
God. This character is so dog shit. He's so bad. Oh my god. Dead. Just death. Just death. Man, I needed that meter so bad. I should not have blown that shit. Alright. I go color boost. Let's go.
Champion, fight! The fight is officially underway. This is the one we've been waiting for. The ultimate battle. The fear out there is tangible.
Oh my god. Literally every button I pressed that round got countered perfectly. That was fucking crazy.
The battle continues. Fight! The fight is perfect. The scales have tipped.
Yeah, I've done that every time.
What an attack! I smell a comeback. Will this gambit work? Ain't over till it's over.
Yeah, like he just there's nothing I can do. I'm so downloaded, there's no button I can press anymore. I'm completely shut down in every way.
It's survival of the fittest on a global scale. Who among the challengers will make it to the top? Training stage. Fight locale chosen. It's the battle of the century. Fight! The fight has finally begun. Which one of these two first hits the scales will tip? Where did that come from? Marches on. All bets are on. Anything can happen now. What an attack!
Oh my god.
Is it the end? This fighter is in the zone. They just keep punishing each other. KO!
I could have altered that bullshit.
Let's keep it up. Fight! This is it. The fight we've all been
Yeah, that was so obvious.
All bets are on. Anything can happen now. I've never seen a combo that intense. They just keep punishing each other. KO!
I couldn't react. Okay. I feel like I can still win a game. I just have to pay more attention. I've got to pay way more attention than I am right now. I can't play footsies with him at all, though. I've got to stay out of that shit. Motion 98.3. Hey, appreciate you hanging out, Panda. Always a blast conversating with you, as Wings of Redemption would say. Have a great rest of the night.
Will fly at this location. Let's get started. Fight!
He gets every goddamn jump in, dude. Every one.
Where did that come from?
That was so obvious.
And the battle continues. Fight! The scales have tipped. This is it. The fight begins. You're ready. No one could have seen that coming. It ain't always till it's over. Where did that come from?
Yeah. I'm just missing everything now. I'm so tilted.
Ken wins.
He's just standing there dominating the fucking screen, man. Feels like every button I press gets perfectly countered. Because it is getting perfectly countered.
On a global scale, who among the challengers will make it to the top? Training stage. Destination confirmed.
That's why I cannot play footsies with him, dude. I will just lose.
Let's get started.
Yeah, like you just lose.
Fight! This is the one we've been waiting for. The ultimate level first hit has been recorded. What a rush!
Goddamn fucking uppercutted that bullshit.
No one could have seen that coming.
Yeah. That's done for sure.
Could be
This is so easy for him, dude.
Let's keep it up. Fight! How long will this go on? This bout will determine who is the strongest.
What am I fucking doing? And then it's over because he...
Now's your chance. The affair is tangible. It could be the end.
I just don't know what to do, man. I don't know what to do. I can't do anything. I mean, I could mash, but it's like it just doesn't work. I'm so lost in this match.
The craziest and wildest fighters have assembled from around the world to join in the fight. But only one.
It feels like this is just a stalling tactic. This is all I'm playing right now is a stalling tactic.
Training stage. Destination confirmed. It's the battle of the century. Fight!
I appreciate that follow, YC2436.
No one could have seen that coming. Turn it all around. What a rush.
Yeah, he's great.
What an attack! I'm back.
Certainly no disrespect. I know he's a great player. He is a great player. Oh, General of Thunderous Fires. I remember you, dude. I've played you a couple times in Swix's Weeklies. Way back when. What? Get me out of here, dude. Oh my god, and then the jump-ins just don't. I just don't know, dude. I really don't. Oh. I just don't get it. I can't anti-air any of his jump-ins. I don't know if it's just because I'm tilted or what, but I can't anti-air any of his jump-ins. I just can't hit anything. Feels fucking completely hopeless.
Fight locale chosen. The battle has begun. Fight! This bout will determine who is the strongest once and for all. These fighters, the first hit has been recorded.
Oh, God. Ugh. Just pain is all I feel, dude. It's just painful.
Let's keep it up. Fight! This is the first hit has been recorded. Now's your chance. What are they up to now? Watch closely. It's now or never. Which one of these fighters will snatch victory from the jaws of defeat? This attack could be the last. I've never seen a combo that intense. This fighter is in the zone. Time marches on.
Oh my god, there's no escape. Fuck, man. There's no escape.
You wins.
I'm playing the mirror match? No way, dude. Oh, you mean Yun mirror match? I'll play him in the Yun mirror match.
Extreme fighting tournament. Who will walk away victorious?
Oh, Ryu? Okay, yeah, we'll play Ryu mirror. After this, I'll ask him.
Will be determined here. Are you ready? Fight! The first hit has been recorded. I've never seen a combo that intense. What power! I hope you're ready. Where did that come from? I'm almost ready to call this one.
Nice, that's Ultra. I should be dead just off the follow-up here. Yeah, that's death.
Pick up the pace. Fight! First hit, the scales have tipped. This is it. The match could turn it all around. This fighter is in.
Yeah. He doesn't fall for that ever.
Seen a combo that intense. No one could have seen that coming.
Yep. Goodbye.
KO!
Oh, let me ask.
You wins.
All right.
The world's fiercest fighters await. Will you be the last?
All right, now I gotta move the fucking mic. This is actually serious mode.
Training stage. Your destiny will be determined here. Who will emerge a champion? Fight!
Hadouken! Hadouken! Hadouken!
The fight is officially underway.
Hadouken! 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 Hadouken!
Hope you're ready.
Hadouken! 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 Shoryuken! Hadouken! Shoryuken!
The fear out there is tangible.
Hadouken! 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 Hadouken!
KO! Pick up the pace. Fight!
Hadouken!
There's the first hit.
Hadouken!
What's next?
Hadouken! Hadouken!
Bout will determine who is the strongest. Once and for all.
Shoryuken! Hadouken! Hadouken! Shoryuken! Hadouken!
Fear out there is
Hadouken!
tangible.
Hadouken! 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 Hadouken!
Ain't over till it's over.
Hadouken!
I smell it cooking. KO! Work. Ryu wins. Who will bask in the glory and adoration that comes with being declared the world's greatest fighter? Training stage. Fists will fly at this location. It's the battle of the century. Fight! With that, the fight is officially underway. This is the one we've been waiting for. The ultimate battle for supremacy has begun.
Hadouken! 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 Hadouken!
There is tangible.
Hadouken! Shoryuken!
Hope you're ready.
Shoryuken! Hadouken! 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 Shoryuken!
Is it? Is it the end?
Shoryuken!
KO! Let's keep it up. Fight!
Shoryuken!
Turn it up. What an attack!
Shoryuken!
Gotta hurt. Devastating attack. KO! Ryu wins. Perfect. The curtain is raised on the world's most extreme fighting tournament. Who will walk away victorious? Training stage. Fists will fly at this location. The battle has begun. Fight!
Hadouken!
Could be the end. K.O. What will happen now? Fight! With that, the fight is officially underway. The fight is underway. Will it come back? Will this gambit work? Time marches on. I'm almost ready to call this one. These fights are really evenly matched. K.O. Ryu wins.
I don't know, dude. I've never felt so lost.
The craziest and wildest fighters have assembled from around the world to join in the fight. But only one will be declared the best. Training stage. The stage of battle is set. The battle has begun. Fight! There's the first hit. What's next? This is what we've been waiting for. The ultimate battle for supremacy has begun. It doesn't get any more intense than this. What power! I hope you're ready. What an attack! What an attack! Neither one can get the upper hand. K.O. Will the tide of battle turn? Fight! How long will this go on? I smell a comeback. Will this gambit work? These fighters are really evenly matched. What are they up to now? This attack could be the last.
I don't know, dude.
K.O.
I don't know. That's all I can take.
Ryu wins.
Oh God. And all it takes is a session like that to teach you that after 12 years, you don't know anything. You don't know anything about this game. Oh. pressing, every button you press gets countered. Everything you try just fails. This sounds like some fucking... Is that when you try your best, you don't succeed? So painful, dude. He said you need small adjustments and then you'll be straight. I don't know if I believe that. Damn. That's just pain, dude. Pain personified. Got close a good amount of time. He may be onto something. Yeah. Well, I mean, yeah, that's the way this game works. I mean, even the best players, like Infiltration even got embarrassed by Daigo at one point. Obviously, I'm nowhere near a 35th of what either of those players are, but, you know, everybody takes big, fat fucking L's, and I take big L's to Deltron all the time, so it's nothing new. It just fucking hurts. But you can't be prideful. If you get prideful in Street Fighter 4 online, that's how you really get too mad. You know, these days I'm trying to not get so pissed off about losses. What's the plan for the rest of the night? Go drink. Into a stupor. No, not really. I have a set with Los Evolution coming up on Tuesday, which I'll probably get my ass beat. I'm like 0-2 in the exhibitions, both times to Zota 27, the Zangief player. Which he's pretty good, so I can't feel bad losing to him. Oh, he's actually live right now. Hey, guys. Go hang out with a better player. I've got work super fucking early in the morning. I'm a weekend warrior. But I'll be back very, very soon. And we'll do a little bit more practice and we'll play some horror. But go hang out with Zota. He's a much better player. Zangief. And yeah, enjoy the games. So have a good stream, Zota. I will talk to you guys later.